The race by Grins here at Cambridge Raceway, catching up with Tony Herlihy. Firstly, Tony, welcome back to Campbell's Comments.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Big night, big build-up. It's been great for harness racing, hasn't it, the build-up to this race tonight?
Yeah, it has. You know, it's attracted a good field and some great horses and a couple of Aussie horses, which is great, and the trotter here as well. So, no, it's great.
Well, it is, and we might start with the trotter because, I mean, I love the trotters and the intrigue in it. Your little filly, your pacing bred filly, Double Delight. First time I seen her was at Addington there, it was in the Derby actually, and I thought to myself, what a trotter she is. She just keeps getting better and better. She's just a magical little horse, isn't she?
Yeah, she's done a great job for us right from the beginning. So to get what with her breeding and then to get what we've got is enormous, yeah.
It would have been a shock. I've never really spoken to you, but I mean, were you disappointed when you found out that she really couldn't pace, or was it just like, oh, well, we'll deal with it as it is?
Yeah, well, it was disappointing. Like you say, I didn't think we had anything there for a while. That's why I ended up with a half a share in her, so it worked out good that way. But when we decided she looked like she wanted a trot, well, she never looked back after that.
I know David Aiken said to me, I said, why does pacing bred trotters, what makes a pacing bred trotter so good? And he said, simple, they want to trot. That's what she looks like, this horse. It just wants to be there and wants to trot.
Yeah, that's about right. Right from the beginning, all she really wanted to do was trot, and with no trotting blood in her at all, like so I could find. And I never thought about it until I just sort of watched her moving along on the lead there one morning, and yeah, you could see she was just trotting along there nicely. So yeah, anyway, it is the way it's turned out.
Tonight's race, there's a fair bit of intrigue with it now, with the with Aldebaran Zeus coming across. Are you excited about that? Like another test, like someone that she hasn't met, and a high class horse like him to sort of, I suppose, rank yourself?
Yeah, to be fair, like she hasn't met these horses before. It's a free for all. It's probably over a mile. It won't be great for her actually, but yeah, it's a learning curve for her. So, and she's such a good little mare. I'm sure she'll go a good race, but it's a big step up for her.
It's a good 6 weeks, though, for the trotters coming up. That's what I was just talking to Duncan McPherson about just there before. And it must be great for you guys here to have so many good quality, high-quality trot races. And the facts of, a couple of one Australian come across, and hopefully there might be a couple more come across in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, that's right. It's always... And, we've had a bit of a letdown with the likes of Sunday Sun being retired and even old Bolt not being in those things. But then it brings new ones on, so that's what it's all about.
No, it is indeed. You drive No Matter What for Mark Purdon in the Grins. I saw her win the Oaks back there on Grand Prix Day, I think it was. And she's a lovely filly. She to me anyway looks a little bit different. Mark reckons she's not, but I mean her win that day was quite unique. Are you excited about the drive?
Yeah, well, it's certainly a big step up for her too, as we know. But she's in there and she's drawn the one, so. Yeah, if she can just hang in there a bit early, we'll just see how it pans out.
Do you like what they've tried to do? The guys, I think it's the hole in the wall syndicate. Do you like what they've tried to do? Think outside the square, and I suppose get someone a little bit different with the chance of getting that nice barrier draw, and maybe able to get a place. They're probably still dreaming of winning, but a place would be a great result for her.
Oh yeah, no, it would be a tremendous result, and for her and Michael and Stud who own her. So Michael Purdon owns a share in it too. So. I think once he saw $1 million, it was all on.
But do you like the idea of having a crack with it?
Oh yeah, no, she's 4-year-old, and she's obviously in great fettle. She's had 2 good wins. Olivia's done a great job with driving her, and so. We'll see what happens.
Should be a unique experience for yourself. You got a big team of horses in for the rest of the night. If anyone watches this before the race, you got one that might be able to figure in the finish.
They've just all drawn a little bit awkward. I've got a couple of nice young trotters in there, but they've sort of just had to step up. But Feel the Fury, he's drawn outside the gate, but he's a nice horse coming through. Just
quickly on this track, it seems like on the point of the turn, sometimes you can just lose your way a little bit. Is that how it races? The wider you get, the harder it is out wide.
Yeah, it's funny like that. It's sort of it is banked, but it seems like you can lose ground on the bend there, especially if it depends on race tempo too, as it does on every track. If they've gone hard up front, they'll be coming back into you, but if they haven't, they're hard to catch.
And I think that's a lot of the times what it is actually, that whole tempo. So yeah, Tone, thanks for joining me. Good luck later on in the Grins, and thank you very much for giving me some time, and bring that filly to Australia. I want the Aussies to see her. I reckon there's a few Aussies that need to experience her, and she's a lovely, lovely filly. But thank you very much for joining me, mate.
No problem. Cheers.